What's good, everybody? It's your boy, and I'm back with another installment of Black Mirrors TV, man. Make sure that y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe. It is very important because I am heavily shadow banned, man. I want to say thank you to everybody who has supported me and gotten me here to this point. Let's get right into this video, man. 21 Savage. We finna be breaking this man down from the top to the bottom, you feel me? Follow me on all my platforms on TikTok, Twitch, Kick, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can find me at Black Mirrors TV 33. You know what I'm saying? It's the same across all the boards. And if you want to click the links in the description, they will be in the description. Also, it'll be links to all my platforms in the comment section below, man. Go show your boy some love. Also, subscribe to my second channel at BMTV32. All right. Now, I want to talk about PR just for a second because public relations is what these folks get trained to do once they hit a certain level or degree in this Freemasonic industry. All right, now these relationships be staged. These folks probably get paid to get together and have a relationship. All of this stuff is monetized. You know, we seen him get humiliated when he did the slut walk with her a few years ago, man. And you know what's crazy? That these females, they pass around from guy to guy in the industry, man. It's almost like sex trafficking when you think about it, because she's been with the likes of 21 Savage, somebody out of Tyga's camp she had a baby with, and she also had a baby with Wiz Khalifa. You know what I'm saying? She's been in the game for a long time. I'm talking about Amber Rose, for those who do not know or who are not tuned in to the industry because of all of the crazy things and low vibrational imagery and songs and stuff that they put out in media and gossip, right? Now we pretty much got her up out the way right here. Speaking about Amber Rose, because as you see, she has the black or white chessboard pattern pants, so that's a ding, ding, ding. You feel me? Exclusive right there. But we ain't even on her head top with a bald head at. We talking about 21 Savage. Now, like I said, these are key signs when you see people in relationships, as far as if you think that they are just PR, if you think they are, put together inorganically. I don't think these things are organic in nature. It's like when you popping, then that's when all of the females come and flock to you. You know what I'm saying? When you ain't nobody and you ain't got nothing going for you, they ain't nowhere to be around. Nobody. You see what I'm saying? So opportunities are not coming your way. Endorsements, advertisements, commercials, all that stuff, brand deals. Don't nobody want to be around you. You know what I'm saying? When you at the bottom, but when you at the top, you can get the top models, you can get the top thotties, the top bad chicks, all that. You know what I'm saying? Everything is at your disposal. And at this time, when he came out with his album, and he had that one song that was, I ain't even like the song, man. He's not in my rotation. 21 Savage is not in my rotation. You feel me? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 M's in my bank account. That's pretty much what the whole song was saying. You know what I mean? Over and over. When that song came out, I believe that's around the same time that him and Amber Rose had got together. You know what I mean? And it's just like, you want to talk about a piece of meat, that has been tenderized over and over and over again. It's like minced meat. It's like ground beef. You feel me? It's like roast beef down there. You know what I'm talking about? Now, you can say what you want, but I don't think that these people get in these relationships thinking that it's going to last a long time. Like I said, once you start to fall, or you're on the decline of your career, or you've pretty much plateaued at a certain level, and you pretty much can't get no bigger than where you at, the females are going to leave you. All right, they are going to leave you. You know what I mean? I've seen it over and over and over again. Now, this is the red background. The red background is where they paint the room red. Marina Abramovich is a very, very a good person to look into as far as spirit cooking, because she's cooking to then conjure up these spirits in this room that she has turned red. It's pretty much like a white room, and she covers it in pee, poop, blood, you know what I'm saying, whether it's human or animal, you feel me? And also, She will write demonic messages on the walls. You know what I'm saying? She will have voodoo dolls or satanic dolls in the corners of these rooms, right at the bottom of these messages, so that it can then inhabit the doll. You know what I'm saying? And then they pretty much just use their own vessels as well, their own bodies, to be inhabited by these beings. You know, you can kind of see the demonic look he has on his face. This is almost kind of like MK Ultra programming, as far as how they got that imagery kind of blurred out, you know what I mean? Because that's kind of how they feel in their minds, like they're levitating, and like they have this weightless feel in their brain where they're being tortured in that MK Ultra program, because they say it's very heinous, it's very gruesome, and very disturbing, the things that they have to go through mentally to get them to be fully controlled. All right, now when they wipe your slate clean and you are no longer you, right? Because it could be 21 Savage, the vessel, but they got this demonic being inhabiting it. You see what I'm saying? So you might be looking at 21 Savage, but you might be looking at, I don't even want to say one of those demons' names, you feel me? But yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The one that's probably more powerful, they say, than Satan, inhabiting that spirit. You feel me? You can feel it around that person, their aura, and just everything about them. It's almost like you can see the demonic attachment to these people. You know what I mean? So you got to be careful on wanting to meet your favorite idol, because it's probably not even them who you shaking hands with. All right. Now right here you can see clearly. You can see clearly him wearing the same thing that Metro Boomin has. We got to get Metro Boomin out the way. Because he's definitely somebody who helped 21 Savage along his career, with the mixtapes that he put out. You know what I mean? It was him and Metro Boomin in the studio working on music and creating all of this viral demonic content that is put out here today. Now, he has the Illuminati cap, you know what I'm saying, pendant, the Illuminati symbol that is on top of the pyramid. Right, it's elevated above the pyramid. It's the capstone. All right, and these folks feel like they are a part of the 1%, and they're not. All right, they're a part of that pyramid, just like we are. But they feel like they're better than, they're greater than. They believe that they are above the law. But like I said, that pendant right there is the all-seeing eye, the eye of Lucifer, the eye of Ra, the eye of Horus. You know what I'm saying? It is very satanic in nature, and it all goes back to Egypt. And then I believe Egypt got their teachings from Atlantia too, Atlantis. You feel me? And when those people or beings or whatever you want to call them, when their civilization fell, whether it was nefarious or if it was just a natural cataclysmic event, they spread out around the world, and whoever they deemed worthy of the teachings they taught. You see what I'm saying? And then it trickled down from the Rosicrucians. That's where the Rosicrucians come into play, and then all these other people, the black nobility, the Jesuits, all of these folks. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the same story all around the world, just different faces. All right, ain't nothing changed but the faces of the people that are telling us the same old thing, where they get this knowledge from. And then you see right here, he has his eyes crossed out, because they live by do as thou wilt. Now, hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. All right, so whatever you do behind closed doors amongst these folks, they won't talk about it unless you break the code, unless you speak out or do something that they deem unfavorable, and then you get penalized for that. They might make you look crazy in the tabloids and the news reports. They might say that you need to go to a mental hospital. They might say that you are suicidal. They might say that you want to they might say that you're hooked on drugs and get you into a rehab. They could do whatever they want to you, because you are no longer the person that you was before you became 21 Savage. You are now 21 Savage, which is a character who has to stay in pocket for the rest of your life, pretty much, because you are owned by these people. You cannot have any control over yourself. That's why they pretty much erase you entirely mentally of who you once were, and put something else in there and create an altar in your mind. That's what MK Ultra is all about. All right. And then you have this Masonic wording, which says, I am greater than I was. All right. Now, the Freemasons are all about good men. You'll hear that a lot, or you'll see that a lot if you go check out these Freemasonic pages. A good man is hard on himself. A good man, a good man. So they always want to make you greater than you once were. All right, so I knew that off the top when I seen this album cover. I'm like, yeah, he all the way in it. But also with them eyes crossed out like that is that um, first initiation ritual of the Enter the Apprentice. All right, where they walk you around the lodge until you get to the junior warden's office. All right, your pants leg is lifted up, the whole nine. Your left breast is exposed. They got a noose around your neck and you're blindfolded. Okay, and then right here he had that song with uh, Post Malone, Rockstar. Now, to be honest with you, the video ain't got nothing to do with Rockstar activities. Which off the bat let me know, okay, these folks is just showing you a straight up blood ritual, a bloodletting ritual, because that's what these folks do. I just told you that earlier on in the video with the red room symbolism. They paint the room red, they bloodlet, they cut themselves, they might cut others, or they might cut animals. You see what I'm saying? It's sick, it's twisted, it's dark and demonic, but what do you think the industry is? The industry is just that. It is darkness, all right, embodied into music and imagery, right? And then right here you see him just soaked in blood, you know what I'm saying? And he's clearly representing the blood rituals and the blood sacrifices that he's put in. He was almost killed himself. One of his friends, aka his brother, died in front of him. You know what I mean? I think it was like a drug deal gone wrong. It could have been gang related, who knows? But those two things right there are the most recurring patterns that you will see the tabloids and the news media talk about. It was either gang related or it was drug related. You see what I'm saying? That's the easiest way that they could just get away with something, you know what I mean, that they put together through gematria. Okay, now I'm gonna let y'all know, please make sure that y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe. I believe it's very important to do so because this channel is heavily shadow banned. Okay, if you want to follow me on all of my platforms, just click the links in the comment section. Also, you can click the links in the description. All right, show your boy some love on the second channel. I do not have any content on there. That's pretty much just like a backup, just in case something happens to this one. All right, and then I can put all my videos onto that platform. All right, I might just start doing that here shortly. Now, he's wearing all red. All right, symbolizing once again the blood. This is one of the colors that are most prominent in satanic practices. They wear the robes, and it's the colors of black, white, and red. All right, they have purple as well, and these are just signifying how high they are in the satanic church or the church of Satan. All right, now the stairs symbolize your Freemasonic journey. All right, and it's like written down as far as like words that are written on the front of the staircase. It's like music. I know it's like music, food, art, and like some other crap too. And it's literally on the front of the steps, and and the words change the higher that you get. And it's just showing like what they've learned through life and what they've learned in the Masonic Lodge put together as one on their journey up into the upper room, which is like heaven almost, or that hidden room, which is the mind. You see what I'm saying? And the mind is the highest that you can go, the 33rd degree, which really just symbolizes you using your left and your right brain. Okay, and when you see that 32nd degree, or if they're wearing 32, they're still dualistic in mind. All right, they're still using their left or their right brain. You see what I'm saying? But when it's the 33rd degree, they're using both sides of their brain. You see what I'm saying? Then you get somebody that's like Kanye West or Kendrick Lamar or J. Cole. You see what I'm saying? Those top people, Drake, they know exactly what they're doing. They know how to use the artsy and the logical part, the feminine and the masculine part of their minds together. Okay. And then, like I said before in earlier videos, before I had to take them down, The Initiates of the Flame by Manly P. Hall. Y'all need to go check that book out because you have to do counters. I don't even want to say counter in intelligence, but that's basically what you're doing. You're doing counter intelligence, investigating these people that you are watching me break down. Because if you don't know anything about how they think, and how they move and why they do the things that they do and why they show the things that they show, you're pretty much gonna be lost in the sauce. You ain't gonna know what to look for. You ain't gonna know that your favorite artist is down with the SHITs, even though they're clearly showing you by what they wear, their jewelry, their hand signs, the occultic symbols and sigils, and all this other crap that they show in their videos and their lyrics as well, what they rap about. You'll be pretty much still underneath that spell. But when you start doing counterintelligence and reading these things, all of this stuff will make sense to you. So when I seen him with the flame lit and I see the black and white symbolism again, right? That means dualistic mind, all right? Division, the light and the dark, black and white, as above, so below. You see what I'm saying?
Now, what he has showed you so far is, like I said, the black and white, and he's also showing you the flame because he is an initiate in the Freemasonic order. All right, now whether that's Rosicrucians, Society of Jesus, the Black Nobility, the Black Boule, you know what I mean? It really doesn't matter because they all have the same end goal: transhumanism, okay, and nanotechnology, all right, in your body to make you not 100% human, so that then you can pretty much be fully controlled because they'll say, well, you're not fully human anyway. So you don't have no rights. You're pretty much like a robot now. You're pretty much like an animal. And we can do anything to you. We can test you, do tests on you at will and do whatever we want because you're no longer considered a whole bodied human. And it's going to be super elite and poor. That's all it's going to be. It's not going to be no middle class. They're trying to get rid of that, as you can see. But yeah, so everybody get ready for that because that's what 2030 is getting ready to do. That's why you're seeing everything being pushed at a hyper fast speed rate. All right, everything. All right. So take care of yourselves. All right. Now, the Initiates of the Flame. All right. This is the book that I'm talking about. All right. You can find the audio book on YouTube. That's where I listen to it at, or you can probably order it on Amazon. All right. I'm pretty sure. And it's a great listen. It's a great read. I like to listen to audiobooks. And I'm telling you, man, this just opened my eyes to a whole new aspect and way of looking at how these people operate, man. They also got a book about Rosicrucianism and how that started. Man, I'm telling you, man, I'm gonna start posting the links to these books that I'll be reading because they believe this stuff wholeheartedly, all the way down to the biological aspect of the atoms of our very being. And I mean that. Okay, these folks know how our bodies operate down to the molecular structures of our cells. I'm telling you, man, this stuff is so crazy. It's so mind-boggling, and it was overwhelming for me at first. I'm like, damn, it was like information overload for real. And I'm talking about books that are 10 hours long, 20 hours long, speaking about how they understand all of these things and everything in life, all the way down to the plants and animals. Okay. Now, remember when I told y'all that he sold his soul, or not really too much on how he sold his soul, but how he got shot along with his brother. Um, whether it was like a drug deal gone wrong or whatever it was. But basically, he almost lost his life. So when these folks go into these near-death experiences, they make these Faustian bargains, and that's what this picture here is depicting. All right, because a long time ago, some man made a Faustian bargain with a demon to get hidden knowledge, or secret knowledge, or forbidden knowledge, and he got what he asked for. Um, and was able to do incredible things that weren't so available at that time. And the devil came back and collected, or that demon um came back and collected that he summoned. So it's like, is it really worth it at the end of the day? I don't think so. Now, ding, 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 we got our man red-handed. You know what I'm saying? With the chessboard pattern on. You know what I'm saying? And you can see as clear as day, he rocking it. He is leveled all the way up to a master mason at the 33rd degree. Because I believe that you do not get to rock this unless you are a very, very high um, Masonic member of the Brotherhood. All right, they're not just going to let you walk in as an entered apprentice and rock the black and white chessboard pattern. Now, you got to pay tithes, just like when you go to church, whether it's monthly or bi-weekly or whatever may have you. You do have to pay. Now, you could be in a situation to where you're a super popping artist and your first year you are on top of the world, and you could probably just pay for your 33rd degree membership. You know what I'm saying? Through all the readings that I listened to or whatever, I've pretty much speculated that. You see what I'm saying? If you've got the influence, which is very huge, and they see that you are doing good things, whatever that means to them, you can definitely pay your way. You know what I'm saying? Just like people who pay to have, their albums go number one. It could be the same thing. They could pay to be a 33rd degree. Now, however much that is, half a million, a million, it's not cheap. I'll tell you that right now. After speaking with someone who was in a family where their father was a Freemason, said that it's not cheap if you wanted to do that. You know what I mean? So that's going to be doing it for today's video, ladies and gentlemen. I want you guys to understand something. It is very important. Let me say it again before we get up out of here. Like, comment, share, and subscribe because I am heavily shadow banned. All right. Make sure y'all watch these videos without skipping, without um, only without only watching 5 minutes of the video and then skipping and going to something else. Please, I beg you to just watch the video from front to back, top to bottom, all the way through. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna help the channel out a lot. Along with you liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing like y'all always do. I'm very appreciative for all the support and love that y'all been showing your boy since I came back on the scene, even though YouTube ain't showing your boy no love. They keep taking away my watch hours, man, but that ain't gonna stop nothing. I'm gonna keep on dropping. It's your boy Black Mirrors TV coming at you with another installment, man. Y'all know what to do until next time, but if you don't, I'll be happy to tell you. Y'all stay humble. Y'all stay hungry, man. And peace to you and yours. Y'all have a happy holidays. And I'll see y'all on the next one, man. And I'm out. Blah.